New Year history. In the Gregorian calendar, New Year's Day is the first day of the calendar year, the 1st of January. Most solar calendars, like the Gregorian and Julian, begin the year regularly at or near the northern winter solstice, while cultures and religions that observe a lunisolar or lunar calendar celebrate their lunar new year at less fixed points relative to the solar year. In pre-Christian Rome under the Julian calendar, the day was dedicated to Janus, god of gateways and beginnings, for whom January is also named. From Roman times until the middle of the 18th century, the New Year was celebrated at various stages and in various parts of Christian Europe on the 25th of December, on the 1st of March, on the 25th of March and on the movable feast of Easter. In the present day, with most countries now using the Gregorian calendar as their civil calendar, the 1st of January according to Gregorian calendar is among the most celebrated of public holidays in the world, often observed with fireworks at the stroke of midnight following New Year's Eve as the New Year starts in each time zone. Other global New Year's Day traditions include making New Year's resolutions and calling one's friends and family. The ancient Babylonian calendar was lunisolar, and around the year 2000 BC began observing a spring festival and the New Year during the month of Nisan, around the time of the March equinox. The early Roman calendar designated the 1st of March as the first day of the year. The calendar had just 10 months, beginning with March. That the new year once began with the month of March is still reflected in some of the names of the months. September through to December, the 9th through to the 12th months of the Gregorian calendar, were originally positioned as the 7th through to the 10th months. Septem is Latin for 7, octo, 8, novem, 9, and decim, 10. Roman mythology usually credits their second king Numa with the establishment of the two new months of Januarius and Februarius. These were first placed at the end of the year, but at some point came to be considered the first 2 months instead. The January calend, Latin, Calendae Januarii, the start of the month of January, came to be celebrated as the new year at some point after it became the day for the inaugurating new consuls in 153 BC as a result of the rebellion in Hispania which began the Second Celtiberian War. Romans had long dated the years by these consulships, rather than sequentially, and making the calends of January start the new year aligned this dating. Still, private and religious celebrations around the March New Year continued for some time and there is no consensus on the question of the timing for the 1st of January's new status. Once it became the New Year, however, it became a time for family gatherings and celebrations. A series of disasters, notably including the failed rebellion of M. Aemilius Lepidus in 78 BC, established a superstition against allowing Rome's market days to fall on the calends of January and the pontiffs employed intercalation to avoid its occurrence. The Julian calendar, proposed by Julius Caesar in 46 BC, was a reform of the Roman calendar. It took effect on the 1st of January 45 BC, by edict. The calendar became the predominant calendar in the Roman Empire and subsequently, most of the Western world for more than 1,600 years. The Roman calendar began the year on the 1st of January, and this remained the start of the year after the Julian reform. However, even after local calendars were aligned to the Julian calendar, they started the new year on different dates. The Alexandrian calendar in Egypt started on the 29th of August, the 30th of August after an Alexandrian leap year. Several local provincial calendars were aligned to start on the birthday of the Emperor Augustus, the 23rd of September. The indiction caused the Byzantine year, which used the Julian calendar, to begin on the 1st of September. This date is still used in the Eastern Orthodox Church for the beginning of the liturgical year. At various times and in various places throughout medieval Christian Europe, the New Year was celebrated on the 25th of December in honor of the birth of Jesus, the 1st of March in the Old Roman style, the 25th of March in honor of Lady Day, the Feast of the Annunciation, the date of the conception of Jesus, and on the movable feast of Easter. Christian observance. As a date in the Christian calendar, New Year's Day liturgically marked the feast of the naming and circumcision of Jesus, which is still observed as such in the Anglican Church, the Lutheran Church, the Eastern Orthodox Church, Julian calendar, see below, and in traditional Catholicism by those who retain the usage of the general Roman calendar of 1960. The mainstream Roman Catholic Church celebrates on this day the solemnity of Mary, Mother of God. Gift giving. Among the 7th century pagans of Flanders and the Netherlands, it was the custom to exchange gifts at the winter solstice. This custom was deplored by Saint Eligius, died 659 or 660, who warned the Flemish and Dutch, "Do not make visuals, little figures of the old woman, little deer or iaticos or set tables, for the house elf, compare puck, at night or exchange New Year gifts or supply superfluous drinks," another Yule custom. However, on the date that European Christians celebrated the Feast of the Circumcision, they exchanged Christmas presents because the feast fell within the 12 days of the Christmas season in the Western Christian liturgical calendar. The custom of exchanging Christmas gifts in a Christian context is traced back to the biblical Magi who gave gifts to the Christ child. In Tudor England, the 1st of January, as the Feast of the Circumcision, not New Year's Day, along with Christmas Day and Twelfth Night, was celebrated as one of 3 main festivities among the 12 days of Christmastide, and gift-giving was customary at the royal court. Part 2 will be continued.